Alright, so I'm just getting ready to work on yet another tasty Fender. Everybody knows me, knows I like Fenders and Gibsons. Alright, and if you watch me, if you've been watching me long enough, you know that I love these guitars. Which is why when manufacturers lie like this, it just makes me so personally angry that manufacturers are lying to people. They're lying to consumers. This is just an absolute false and fake bullshit lie. Listen to what he has to say here. This is just, it's such a lie.
Thank you.
Yeah. You know what's interesting? Even though the answer is logical enough, but oftentimes, as a matter of fact, not too long ago, someone commented, because I always say that relic guitars sound different from gloss guitars, just simply by the fact of how they're made and that there's less stuff in terms of finish and so on and so forth. And I was castigated with great vehemence by this cyber individual who should and will remain anonymous because it was some kind of fictitious name. But be that as it may, when people talk about relics, they don't. A lot of people don't understand it. I understand it because they sound different, but also it gives you the feeling and vibe, if you will. That's the word that's over.
Are you fucking legit trying to tell me that if I scratch this guitar, that it's going to sound a lick different? Is that what the master builder from Fender and this guy who I otherwise love, Greg Koch from Wild Weed Guitars, great player, funny guy, super entertaining to watch, but this is just completely false and fake and complete bullshit. You cannot tell me, you cannot with a straight face tell me that if I relic this guitar, it's going to sound a fucking lick different than it does right now. In any measurable way. That's just a complete and utter falsehood. You might as well be telling me that the earth is flat. That's just complete and utter bullshit. It's an aesthetic choice. Now, aesthetic choices aside, I won't argue with people about the aesthetic choices of a relic guitar. I concede. That's fine. I concede that this is an aesthetic choice. It's fine if you like this, if you prefer this aesthetic over minty clean looking guitars. I get that. I'm not disputing that people like the look of beat up looking guitars. I personally think it's fake bullshit, but that's fine. But to then claim that your guitar performs or sounds any fucking different with a little bit of the lick of the paint fucking scratched off is just complete and utter bullshit. The only claim that you can make for removing finish affecting the performance of your guitar is on the back of the neck. That is the only legitimate fucking claim that you can make that would legitimately affect the performance of your guitar. Meaning that your hand wouldn't stick to the back of the neck as much. But if you know, then most of the newer Fenders for the last 5, 6, 7 years, they all have a satin neck. So really then it becomes a personal preference, not performance. Right? That is personal preference and aesthetic. Relic guitars are personal preference aesthetic choices. For a Fender or any manufacturer to claim that it in any way improves the tone of your guitar is just like a fake bullshit. And I can't stand fake bullshit. The entire world nearly fucking erupted in flames after Volkswagen made false claims about its mileage. I think that this is libelous. I think for a representative of Fender to go on and claim that this in some way affects the tone of the guitar should be libelous. Like, I think this is completely fake bullshit. And I would love to see a class action lawsuit of people who've bought these fucking guitars, taken all the electronics and everything out of them, stuffed them into the same guitar that has all of its finish, and proven that they sound the fucking same. Like, I would just love to see a class action lawsuit brought against manufacturers making false claims. These are false claims. Like, just makes me so angry that a company as big as Fender is still fucking selling snake oil. That's right up there with the article that Gibson published saying that their pump polish will make your guitar sound better. That this will improve the tone of your Gibson guitar. Like, that's right up there with that claim. That is snake oil sales bullshit. It's an aesthetic choice. And for Fender to claim otherwise, or any representative of Fender to claim otherwise, is complete and utter bullshit. And I would fucking give away every single guitar I own, walk down the road naked, if Fender fucking shipped me two of the same guitar, one relic, one not. Same wood, same fucking pickup, same everything, except one has some of its paint gone and the other doesn't. For me to see and to prove to the world that it is complete and utter fake bullshit.